Subjunctive. Formation of subjunctive by Lucas. Step 1. After you figure out the sentence is in subjunctive, you change the verb into the jo form. For example, pensar to pienso, hacer to hago, traer to traigo, pedir to pido. Step 2. The second step is to take off the O. For example, pido to pid, hago to hag, juego to jueg. Step 3 is you add the ending. For AR, it's A, is, E, hemos, eis, en. For ER and IR, it's A, as, A, amos, ais, an. Here's practice.
My name is Sarah, and I had the irregulars and stem changers in the subjunctive. In the subjunctive, there are 5 irregulars: dar, ir, ser, haber, estar, and saber. An easy way to remember the irregulars is to use the mnemonic dishes. The forms of these irregulars are listed on the slide. Like boot verbs in the present, there are boot verbs in the subjunctive. When conjugating, put the verbs in the yo form and add the opposite endings. For example, with the verb volver, put it in the yo form of vuelvo, get rid of the o at the end, and add the a to form vuelva. However, for the nosotros and vosotros forms, the boot form is not used. Instead of volvamos, the correct form is volvamos. With nearly every verb ending in IR, there is a stem change. For example, with pedir, you change the E to an I and add the opposite ending. Like other boot verbs in the nosotros and vosotros forms, you do not put it in the yo boot form. To form the nosotros form of divertirse, you start with the pronoun, change the E to an I, and add the opposite ending, forming nos divertamos.
Alright, now we're going to do some practice of forms for the subjunctive by Alfonso H. The first sentence reads, Es necesario que ellos mantengan una vida saludable. The subjunctive would be applied here because of the weird or trigger word, which is, in this case, es necesario, followed by a que, and then the yo form of mantener in the ellos form of the subjunctive. The yo form mantener would be irregular, and in the yo form present it would be mantengo, then now changes to mantengan. The second sentence reads, Mi madre me manda que yo cocine la cena esta noche. Because of the weird or trigger word, in this case it would be manda, followed by a que, and then cocinar correctly used in the yo form of the subjunctive, we would use the subjunctive. The third example reads, Espero que tú tengas confianza en ti mismo. Subjunctive would be used because there's a weird or trigger word, espero, followed by a que, and then the yo form of tener in the present, and then correctly conjugated into the to form of the subjunctive. In this case, is tengas. Number 4, we have Dudo que vosotros terminéis el proyecto hoy. The subjunctive would be used in this instance, since there is a weirder word followed by a que, and the correct form of terminar in vosotros subjunctive. Number 5, it reads, Nosotros tememos que profe vaya a ponerse loco un día. The correct use of ir in the el, ea, usted form, in this case, is vaya, it's irregular, of the subjunctive that comes after a weirder word, in this case, is tememos, and then a que, the subjunctive, would be used in this sentence. The last example reads, Tú no crees que ella pueda entregar su tarea a tiempo. The weirder word, no creer, followed by a que, indicates that we would have to put poder in the correct form of subjunctive, which in this case would be pueda.
Hi, my name is Bea, and I will be talking about subjunctive, indicative, and infinitive, and I will be giving you a practice. Number 1, creo que los ellos exigir, exigen, or exijan. It's indicative because creo means I think, which is absolute, and it's not a subjunctive verb. But there's a que in there, so it has to be indicative because it can't be infinitive. Number 2. Es una buena idea no pedir, pide, pida. The answer is pedir. It's infinitive because there is no que present, so there's already a verb in the phrase before this one. In this case, the verb is ser. 3. Suplican que vosotros divertirse, os divertís, os divertáis. The answer is os divertáis. Number 4. ¿Creéis vosotros que ellos traducir, traducen, or traduzcan? The answer is traduzcan. It's subjunctive because it's asking a question, so it's uncertain. 5. Los estudiantes tienen que prepararse, se preparan, or se preparen. It is se preparan. It's indicative because the verb tener was in the beginning of the sentence.
Now here's a sorpresa to see if you understand everything you just learned by Jimena. Here are the questions. And here are the answers.